starting Wasteland 3. Now, this may sound very, very elitist of me to say this, but go with the hardest difficulty. Not really because of the challenge, it's because even on the normal difficulty Wastelander, the game is really easy already. Like, even if you're not into turn-based RPGs such as this one, or games like Divinity or the other Wastelands, like Wasteland 1 and Wasteland 2, although if you've played Wasteland 1, I got respect for you, but that's beside the point. But basically, these two difficulties, the way to go, you know. Hard or very hard, basically, or in other words, Ranger or Supreme Jerk. I personally play on Supreme Jerk. I mean, it's just because I like a challenge, and honestly, on PC I can see there being mods to increase the difficulty of this game. But yeah, on to the next tip. Creating your characters or choosing your characters. Now, me personally, I do not really like choosing any of these preset ones. Mainly because I'm spoiled on Divinity 2 having such great characters with great dynamics. And if you're looking for that, in my humble opinion, it would be best to create a custom character. Because these characters, while, you know, like, they're not really built that well in terms of, like, viability, okay? Like, especially these two, even though they are my personal favorites of the bunch, these two are the worst to start with, okay? You have William over here with the sword, and then you have someone with the sniper. Now, don't get me wrong, the sniper is really good, but you kind of need a medium range character no matter what, and to start with someone with such a weak build, it doesn't really work out that well. So, my honest advice is to just create a custom character, my G. I mean, just go for it. It's right there. I mean, just waiting to be had. Give them whatever type of background you want. I mean, hell, you can even be a stoner. Yeah, but on to the next tip. Okay, now for tip 14, this has to do with the overworld. Now, actually going to recommend that you keep your survival skill, which is seen in... Let's see, does any of mine actually have survival? Yes. Let's see, Wasteland does. Keep the skill very low, okay? As you see, it allows you to avoid world map encounters, and then, you know, the higher level it gets, the difficulty of encounters you avoid gets lower and lower. Now, see, those things are very good for picking up some early experience points. You know, you can just be rolling down the street, okay, and you're not a souped up vehicle, and then you'll get a random encounter, okay? So whenever that happens, you know, you go in there, you wreck some shit, then you get some XP, okay? That XP is used to level up, you know, you can even get some nice weapons from time to time from there, you know, or even just some junk to sell at a vendor, you know? So for this tip, I'd say just keep your survival skill low. It'll improve it'll improve the entire game, like, trust me. Like, unless you just get to max level and you just want it to not be so tedious, then I'd say, you know, getting a character and leveling it up for them, you know, but whenever you're like mid game, you know, like, I'd save that to about mid game before you start doing that. But yeah, on to the next tip. And this has to do with what skills you want to level up, okay? Now, in this game, charisma is one that you'll want to level up, but see, here's the thing, while it does give you experience bonuses and stuff like that, you know, all that stuff's well and good, this is only really useful for your leader, okay? So my charisma is best used on Hawk here because she is the leader, okay? She even has the background of boss. But as you see, her charisma is relatively high level. Now. Yeah. On to the next tip. Awareness. Okay, so this is one of the most important things for your ranged builds, okay? Like, don't even worry about strength. In fact, if you know that you're going to build for a sniper, okay? Do not even think about strength. Like, just take it all away because you really don't need it. Like, see, for this man, okay, see how he only has 2 strength, but his awareness is max? It's because awareness, it gives you a higher hit chance, more perception, and more range damage, okay? So ranged characters really benefit from this, and they get next to no benefit from strength. You know, they just need a couple points in there for their overall health, and that's really all they need. Aside from, you know, like, say you get something with a strength penalty, you know, that's the only other thing I could think of that you'd really need strength for. But yeah, on to the next tip. So, for this one, this is actually a character you can recruit very early on. I've already started 2 different save games, you know, good and evil one, you know. And Axel is available for most of them, but basically the gist of this one is have your upgrader be only 1 character, you know, like don't have it spread out between 2 characters, even though Shell Shock here is already, like, you know, got 2 into armor modding and stuff, you know, just giving it to Axel. It's because I haven't really messed with these characters that much, except for Shell Shock here. I've given her a good amount of fucking automatic weapon damage, or hit chance rather, but yeah. So yeah, basically just keep your modding mechanics and, you know, all those skills wrapped into 1 character. That way, like, they can do all the stuff and they can just kind of hang back in combat if you don't really upgrade their combat that much. Yeah, on to the next tip. Now, for this tip right here, what you'll want to do in every single party you have, you'll want to have 1 sniper, okay? Now you may be thinking, oh, but I'm not a stealth player, see? That's where you're wrong, okay? Everyone has a little stealth in them, and snipers are great for opening up fights whether you want to sneak past someone or kill them all. So, yes, definitely get a sniper in your party as soon as possible. If you do not build one in the creation menu, you can also get one from the various ranger recruits from the Ranger HQ in Colorado Springs. So yeah, there's those 2 if you don't get one right from the go. But me personally, I'd recommend starting with one right from the go if you're looking to maximize your damage potential early on. Now, for this tip, I just want to basically throw this in here, to where y'all know that, you should really explore the entirety of Ranger HQ. Like, there is just so much here that you could possibly miss out on, although you'll have to be careful if you're exploring at low levels, especially on the hardest difficulty like I was, because, I had to reload a couple times, okay? Like, I'll be honest with you, okay? I got my ass whooped, okay? Like for real, something caught me off guard, okay? And somehow downed all of us. Because at that time, I only had my 2 characters, you know? But, yeah, so the gist of that one is, explore your base, here at the Ranger HQ. There's a lot you can find, there's a lot of good stuff in here, okay? Yeah, on to the next one. Okay, for this tip, this one is just to tell y'all that y'all really need to invest into a first aid companion to keep with you at all times, okay? This one's more so important than a sniper, although for me, I just have my first aid person as my sniper. Because the way that I look at it, a sniper's going to be hanging back anyway, you know, they're not really going to be getting shot at that much. So, like, you know, say someone goes down, okay, the sniper, he's already back a little bit from the fight itself. He can just dip in there, pick someone up, and then get out, you know? Of course, there's also the other logic of making your forward charge person, you know, usually the people that have a shotgun, you know, making them the healer. Because, like, you know, they can usually tank through a lot of damage while they're trying to get to the allies. Now, it's up to you which one you want. Either you want a medic that hangs back and can still do some decent damage, or you want one that's just there at all times in the actual fight for anyone who happens to go down. Now, me personally, I like my style of play. However, you do you. If you want one that's up there in the fight, do that, but just make sure you have a medic. Yeah, on to the next one. Now, this tip is to just show you where the mechanic is, and you can see the mechanic here. His name's Jimmy Longhaul, okay?
Haven't seen you
This is the
folks
person you
before.
want to talk to if you want to
If
buy
you're
stuff
looking
for
for
your,
help with your vehicle, anything for your vehicle,
little,
have a look.
whatchamacallit thing. I don't even know what you call that thing, your fucking tank, I guess. But yeah, he's where you buy the repair kits, you know, in case your thing gets damaged. You buy a toolkit where you can perform basic repairs. You can actually buy some horns, some new cannon for it. And I accidentally sold him my battle rifle, fuck. Oh well. But yeah, this is where the mechanic is. Over time he'll actually get better stuff, okay? So yeah, if you have a little extra cash and you want to make sure that your tank can do a lot of extra fire, has a lot of extra firepower on it, definitely come check out
When it gave up the
Mr.
ghosts
Jimmy
and the
Longhaul here.
planes, he salvaged what he could, turned it.
Now, the #1 most important tip I can give you for this game is to have fun, okay?
I don't want to talk.
Like, if you want, like, no, see, this is what's great about these games, okay?
It was
You can be anything you want to be, you can do just about anything you want. Say you want to murder a whole army of people, you can, assuming, you know, you have the skill and the ammunition and all the stuff, you know, required to do all the murdering, okay? Like, you can create your own faction here to take over all of Colorado if you want. Like, the world is your oyster in this game, okay? Like, just be who you want to be in this wasteland, and above all else, enjoy the game for what it is. It's fun, it's an escape, and yeah. If you enjoyed the video, hit like, subscribe if you're new around here. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you want a full playthrough of this game, hit me up on Twitch at Cardinal Attacks. I've already done one episode of playthrough. I'll probably do a lot more throughout the month of September. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Later.